Introduction to Expo Image Picker. Hello, everyone. Today we're going to look at part of mobile app development with React Native. React Native, we went over in different lecture, but just to give you a brief overview, simplifies building mobile apps using JavaScript and React. So it leverages built-in components like view component, text component, pressable component. And these components are the fundamental building blocks you will need to use for building React Native apps. So while React Native provides a robust set of components, sometimes we need to extend its functionality beyond these basics. So we're going to look at one of the common requirements, which is selecting images from a user's device. So in order to accomplish this, we'll need to use a special library called Expo Image Picker, and we need to use specialized library because React Native's core components don't provide this functionality directly. Introduction to Expo Image Picker. So Expo SDK allows us to access the device's media library or camera. In order to use Expo Image Picker, you'll first need to install the library, and in order to install the library, you can, given that you already have Expo project on your computer, you probably need to open your terminal, and if you have development server running, you may need to stop the development server and run npx expo install Expo Image Picker. And one of the common thing that you need to do is to restart your development server after installing new packages to make sure that everything works as is. So in picking an image from the device's media library, so in your app.js, you would want to import the library and define a function named pick image async. What this is doing is that this image, this function will asynchronously open the device's image library and allowing user to pick an image. And this is the code snippet. Here we can see that we're installing, we install Expo Image Picker, so we're importing everything from this image picker. And within pick image async, we are calling launch image library async from this image picker, and we're passing a configuration allows editing true and quality 1. And we can see that if result is not canceled, it's gonna console log result. Otherwise, it's gonna give an alert message saying that you did not select any image. Integrating the image picker with UI components. So you may be wondering how we can make the function accessible from the user interface. You will need to update the primary button component to call pick image async when pressed. So you can adjust the on-press property of the button in your app.js. So what this is doing is when the user taps the button, the image picker will launch. And displaying the selected image. So after selecting an image, you can show it on the screen. To do that, we can use the use state hook that you learned from React lecture to manage the image URI. And you can see that we're creating use state and selected image state variable and set selected image updater function. And the image viewer is passing this selected image, which will conditionally display that image. So we showed you the snippet, but I would like to show you the full example. And let me try to. Okay. So you can find this. Oops. Did I just close this? Okay. You can find this in Expo documentation. So we can see that we have this image picker shown on the right. And if we click choose a photo, it's going to kind of look for all the pictures. And then you can select to use this photo. And if we take a look at the app.js, we can see that the app.js has use state, which is setting as a null, and have selected image, set selected image, and it's returning the image viewer that is located right here. And then we have two buttons. First button is choosing a photo, and second button is using this photo. And we have also a status bar coming from Expo status bar. So we have this pick image async that is using image picker, and it allows you to launch image library. And then if result is not canceled, it's going to call set selected image updater to set the URI. And upon clicking this choose a button, I choose a photo, it's going to invoke this pick image async. And then we can take a look at some of the components. So we can first look at button component. And this button component is using font awesome view pressable text style sheet component, and button components passing label theme on press. So Only if theme is primary, it's going to kind of apply this primary theme. Otherwise, it's just going to return regular path here. And we are putting label in the text area. And it shows what happens when button is pressed. And if we go to image viewer, we can see that image viewer component receives placeholder image source and selected image. And this image component from React Native will receive image source from here. And let's take a look at this. We have this logic saying if selected image is true, it's going to use the URI of the selected image. Otherwise, it's just going to use a placeholder image source. So knowing that, let's go back to app.js. We can see that it's providing placeholder image and then passing selected image. So we can take a look at where this placeholder image is located. It's located inside asset, and image, background image. So I encourage everyone to play with this and modify this code a little bit. Going back to the slideshow. So to recap, we looked at how you can extend React Native Expo's app's capability with the Expo image picker. And we looked at how the installation works and how UI can be integrated. So thank you everyone for listening.